I, Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor whose reflections have been honed in the crucible of battle, joy, and sorrow, have learned that true power lies in the mastery of one's emotions, a power that resides in the tranquility of the soul. Today, I wish to share with you the 10 timeless lessons I have gathered throughout my life. These lessons, forged in the midst of life's storms, reveal how one can remain unshaken and how one must never allow external events to seize control of one's inner peace. Come, let us embark on this journey through the depths of thought, inner serenity, and the Stoic path. 1. My emotions are mine to command. My reactions are my choice. Whenever the world around me seems to descend into chaos, even if only for a moment, I always remind myself, my reactions are my own choice. Whether I am sipping my morning coffee or strolling amidst the city's clamor, an unexpected insult or thoughtless deed may try to disturb my peace. Yet I know that the anger or disappointment that arises is not truly theirs. It is but a reflection I cast upon myself. For the actions of others are the result of their inner struggles, and I, the master of my soul, must not let the external tempest disturb my calm. I tell myself, while the world roars with noise and confusion, I remain a vessel of silent strength. By letting my thoughts flow like a clear, deep stream from within, I refuse to lend my ear to the disruptive clamor of the world. In each moment, rising above my feelings with calm and wisdom, I choose how to react. I understand that the tumult outside can never overpower the tranquility inside, for I am the architect of my responses and the guardian of my inner self. 2. Expecting others to act as I do is a futile hope. Throughout the years, I have observed that every individual treads his own path, shaped by unique experiences, beliefs, and past sorrows and joys. Expecting others to conform to my ideals or expectations is as futile as assuming that the sky must rain on command. Regardless of my wishes, nature obeys its immutable laws. Once, a trusted advisor asked me, "Marcus, why do you expect others to behave as you would?" With a deep sigh, I replied, "I desire to preserve my inner peace. I have no control over how others act, but I have absolute mastery over my reactions." This realization freed me from the burden of unrealistic expectations. Instead of demanding that people align with my manner of conduct, I have learned to respect them for who they are and to devote my energy to maintaining my own serenity. I constantly remind myself, the behavior of others is their own affair. My duty is to remain true to my values and keep my inner peace intact. By releasing the weight of expectations, I liberate my soul from needless emotional turmoil. 3. Relinquishing the need to always be right frees the soul. In many moments of conflict, whether over trivial disputes like the fastest route or deeper disagreements with a friend or partner, I have felt an intense compulsion to prove my correctness. I have clung to my version of truth as if it were my lifeline. But I have come to see that the compulsion to always be right is an exhausting and unnecessary burden, an ego-driven pursuit that often stems from insecurity. It is as though the possibility of being wrong threatens one's sense of worth. What if I were to let go of that need entirely? What if I approach disagreements with curiosity rather than defensiveness? I ask myself, would I prefer to be right, or would I rather enjoy the peace of mind? More often than not, I find that the insistence on being right only creates tension, damages relationships, and stokes frustration. On the contrary, letting go of the need to prove oneself preserves inner peace and opens the door to mutual understanding. For example, when a friend asserts that their way of handling a situation is superior to mine, instead of engaging in a heated debate, I can simply say, "I understand your perspective and respect your view." In doing so, I diffuse tension and preserve my calm, avoiding unnecessary conflict. I remind myself, pause before you react when the urge to argue arises. Seek to understand rather than to win. Save your energy for the battles that truly matter, those that resonate with your values. In choosing peace over pride, I discover that my value does not depend on winning debates or proving my intellect. It lies in how I carry myself, in how I safeguard my energy, and in how I uphold my inner peace. 4. Do not let others' words define your worth. There are times when, in the excitement of sharing a cherished idea, a dismissive remark cuts deep, leaving my confidence shaken. Why does this happen? Because too often, we allow the words of others to determine how we see ourselves. Yet my worth is not defined by the opinions, compliments, or criticisms of others. When I rely on external validation, I surrender my power over my emotions. Consider the instance when a colleague offered harsh, unconstructive criticism of my work. My initial impulse might have been to defend myself or to feel dejected. However, I remind myself that their words reflect their own perspective, not my intrinsic value. By detaching my worth from their opinion, I protect my inner peace and remain focused on what truly matters. I follow these steps to ensure that others' words do not dictate my sense of self. Pause before reacting when someone's words sting. Separate fact from opinion. Determine if there is any truth in what is said or if it is merely a personal perspective. Reaffirm your inherent worth, independent of external approval. As the wise philosopher once said, we love ourselves more than others, yet we care more about what others think. I have learned that if I allow the opinions of others to diminish my self-respect, I become a prisoner of their judgments. True strength comes from knowing that no one's words can diminish your value unless you let them. 5. Protecting my energy by setting boundaries is an act of self-respect. In the midst of a busy day, when a friend calls asking for help with something they might well manage on their own, or when a coworker dumps a last-minute task upon me, the weight of obligation and frustration can be overwhelming. Why is it so difficult to say no? I have come to understand that protecting my inner peace requires setting clear boundaries, a practice that is not selfish, but necessary. At one time, overwhelmed by the constant demands of friends and advisors, I realized that continuously saying yes to others was draining my spirit. I then resolved, I must protect my energy by setting and upholding my boundaries. While it is virtuous to help those in need, I must never neglect myself. Only by caring for myself can I serve others at my best. Thus, I have learned to clearly define my limits. I tell myself, my boundaries are not barriers to shut others out, but bridges that safeguard my inner harmony. Your energy is your most precious treasure. Whenever I feel overwhelmed by someone's demands, I calmly express, I need time to recharge. This resolve is a testament to my self-respect and teaches others to honor my space. 6. Detaching from the opinions of others paves the way to true freedom. There have been moments when the constant barrage of opinions and criticisms left me feeling burdened. I would ask myself, why should the thoughts of others matter so much to me? Over time, I came to realize that every person's view is merely a reflection of their own life, fears, and hopes. Their opinions do not define my true self. Once, during a Senate meeting, when the voices of my advisors threatened to sway my judgment, I recalled that the clamor of the outside world could never diminish the serenity within me. From that moment on, I learned to set aside both praise and criticism, focusing instead on my own core values. True freedom, I discovered, lies not in seeking the approval of others, but in following the light of your inner compass. I often whisper to myself, let go of the weight of others' opinions. Follow the light that burns within you. In doing so, I find that even amidst chaos and judgment, an unyielding sense of freedom blossoms. Though compliments and criticisms may reach my ears, I remain steadfast, guided by my inner truth. True value resides not in the opinions of others, but in the wisdom that dwells within. 7. Responding with silence. Instead of anger is the mightiest strength. In moments of heated dispute, when someone hurls a hurtful remark or deliberately seeks to provoke, the surge of anger is palpable, heart pounding, face flushing, the impulse to retaliate fierce. But what if, instead of engaging in a battle of words, I choose silence? I have discovered that silence is one of the most potent responses to negativity. It is not a sign of weakness or avoidance, but rather an affirmation of my strength in protecting my inner peace. Once, during a meeting at court, when a detractor tried to tarnish my reputation with cutting words, I took a deep breath and chose silence. In that moment, by listening without responding, I deprived my adversary of the reaction he sought. I thought, the best answer to anger is silence. It is in silence that the seed of wisdom is sown. This measured response not only preserved my composure, but also demonstrated to all present who truly held the higher ground. To make silence your ally in times of provocation, consider these practices. Pause before reacting. Let the moment of silence bring clarity. Listen without the need to defend. Sometimes people simply need to express themselves. Speak only when absolutely necessary, and if you must, let your words be calm, measured, and precise. A Buddhist teaching reminds us, speak only if it improves upon the silence. In this way, silence is not an absence of expression, but the presence of wisdom, a deliberate choice to rise above the noise and safeguard your peace. 8. Embracing gratitude dissolves the poison of anger. There are days when everything seems to go awry. Plans collapse, small inconveniences multiply, and even a minor slight feels unbearable. In such moments, anger bubbles up, and one might wonder, why must everything be so difficult? But what if, instead of fixating on what is going wrong, I shift my focus to what is right? Gratitude, I have found, acts as a reset button for the mind. It transforms anger into calm and redefines even the bleakest moments as opportunities for growth and serenity. Imagine being caught in a traffic jam on your way to an important engagement. Instead of stewing in frustration, I take a deep breath and find 3 things for which I am grateful. Perhaps the mere fact that I have a carriage, the opportunity that awaits me, or even the melody playing softly on the radio. Such small acknowledgments can work wonders on one's state of mind. Gratitude not only dissipates anger, but builds resilience, fosters patience, and sharpens one's focus on what truly matters. I remind myself with these steps to cultivate gratitude daily. When anger begins to rise, pause and reflect on at least one thing you are thankful for in that very moment. Keep a gratitude journal, noting 3 positive occurrences each day, no matter how insignificant they may seem. Use gratitude as a tool to reframe challenges. Think about what you can learn from them, or consider how the situation might have been worse. For as Cicero once said, gratitude is not only the greatest of virtues, but the parent of all others. In practicing gratitude, I replace anger with clarity, calm, and a profound sense of control, knowing that peace is not something to be found. It is something you create. 9. Reframing criticism as a tool for growth. Imagine sharing an idea that fills you with passion and pride, only to be met with harsh criticism. The immediate impulse might be to react defensively or to feel wounded. Yet, I have learned to see criticism not as an assault, but as an opportunity for growth. Every piece of criticism, if examined carefully, may reveal a truth that I have overlooked. It can shine a light on hidden weaknesses and urge me to improve. Once, when a dear friend pointed out flaws in a presentation I had prepared, I felt the sting of his words. But instead of recoiling in anger, I paused and asked myself, what can I learn from this feedback? In that reflective moment, I transformed the criticism from a weapon into a stepping stone towards self-improvement. For I know that genuine growth begins beyond the confines of one's comfort zone. By treating criticism as a guide, I allow my inner self to evolve and mature. I constantly remind myself, see criticism as a mirror that reflects your potential, learn from it, and become better because of it. Thus, I filter out the venom of unwarranted negativity and embrace only that which serves my higher purpose. 10. Knowing when to let go is the key to ultimate freedom. Finally, I have discovered that clinging to anger, resentment, or past hurts is akin to holding a burning coal with the intention of throwing it at someone who has wronged you. Yet while you clutch that coal, you only scorch your own hand. Anger, grudges, and bitterness harm you far more than they harm the one who caused the pain. True strength lies not in holding on, but in the courage to let go. I recall times when a betrayal or an unfair judgment haunted my thoughts. How much time did I spend reliving those moments? How much energy did I squander in seeking retribution? When I finally realized that letting go was the antidote to this endless cycle, I freed myself from the chains of the past. By releasing what I could not change, I reclaimed my energy, my peace, and the ability to focus on the present. I remind myself with these thoughts. Acknowledge your feelings without judgment. Suppressing them only makes them stronger. Reframe the situation. Ask yourself what lesson lies within and how this experience might help you grow. Concentrate on the present. By letting go, you create space for new possibilities, for a life unburdened by past sorrows. The Buddha once said, "Holding on to anger is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die." In the same way, I choose to release my grip on the past, allowing my spirit to breathe freely and to move forward toward true freedom. Continuing on my own path, an inner journey. I, Marcus Aurelius, have drawn inspiration from these 10 lessons throughout my life. My existence has been filled with struggles, joys, sorrows, and triumphs. But the most precious lesson has been the understanding that every situation is governed by my response. The storms of the external world can never overcome the steadfast tranquility of my soul, for I am the master of my own being. As I stand on the terrace of my palace at dusk, I often ask myself, is true freedom found in yielding to external influences, or in navigating life with the wisdom of my inner self? My answer is always yes, for I know the value of inner peace and the discipline required to maintain it. I share these teachings with you so that you too may discover the serenity that lies within. Let not the actions, criticisms, or anger of others disturb you. Listen instead to your inner voice and learn to be the master of your own emotions. For remember, true strength is not determined by external events, but by the choices you make in response. Whenever I reflect upon myself, I say, I, Marcus Aurelius, have faced life's merciless nature and have preserved the serenity that dwells deep within me. Embrace this unwavering state of mind and let your emotions be a conscious choice, not an involuntary reaction. Life is a continuous art of learning, evolving, and letting go. Nurture your inner strength and allow your wisdom to guide you. Final words: the journey toward emotional freedom. My teachings have touched countless hearts throughout the ages, and I hope that my path may illuminate yours as well. Remember, the words, criticisms, or actions of others do not define you. True worth resides in the unassailable light that shines within your soul. I always remind myself, though the world may be filled with storms, I remain an unwavering harbor. Guard your inner peace above all else, for it is the most precious treasure that will guide you through every trial. Every morning, as you face a new day, ask yourself, how shall I act with the wisdom of my inner self today? And never forget that no external circumstance can steal your inner serenity if you have the power to control your emotions. This journey is not about reaching a final destination. It is about viewing every moment as an opportunity to learn. Listen to your inner voice, value constructive criticism, set your boundaries, and above all, fill your heart with gratitude. For every hardship carries within it the seed of growth, and every critique can serve as a stepping stone toward becoming your best self. I, Marcus Aurelius, offer these words to you. External events lie beyond your control. How you respond to them is entirely your choice. May you hold fast to your stance in every storm. May the light of your soul shine even in the darkest hours. And may you always cherish the freedom that comes from within. With each choice for peace over anger, you move closer to the life you deserve, a life of unshakable resilience. If these teachings have touched your heart, Share them with someone who might need a little extra calm in their life. And if you have your own insights or experiences on maintaining inner peace, I invite you to share them. Remember, emotional freedom is not a destination, but a continuous practice. Remain mindful, nurture your inner strength, and grow stronger with every passing day. A reflection, amid deep thoughts. Thus, these 10 lessons are a journey, a reflection of the wisdom and patience forged over many years. Each lesson has been a part of my life. Each has taught me how to stand tall amid a storm, how to rein in the flames of anger with wisdom, and how to remain steadfast in the face of adversity. I have encountered many hardships, betrayals, losses, sorrows, but not one of them could shatter the inner calm I have cultivated. For time and again, I have learned that the control of my emotions and the conscious choice of my reactions are the keys to preserving my inner fortress. The tumult outside can never break the deep, steady sea within me. Therefore, dear viewers, always be the master of your inner world. Do not lose faith in yourself even in the face of life's adversities. True victory lies not in succumbing to external forces, but in conquering your inner self. In the narrative of my life, every hardship was a teacher, and every lesson brought me closer to the man I am today. Remember these lessons in every moment. Choose your reactions consciously. Recognize that the actions of others are not under your control. See every criticism as an opportunity to grow. Guard your energy by setting clear boundaries and respecting yourself. Above all, maintain your inner peace, for true freedom resides deep within your soul. Thank you for accompanying me on this long journey. May these words inspire you and open new doors within your heart. Continue on your path with inner peace intact. Choose your reactions wisely and see every moment as a chance to learn, because true power lies in the mastery of your own soul. I, Marcus Aurelius, leave you with these parting words. Never let external circumstances rob you of your inner serenity, for with your unwavering spirit, you can overcome even the harshest trials. May you carry these teachings with you, and may they guide you to a life where, despite all challenges, your inner light remains unextinguished. May your heart always glow with profound peace. May your soul remain free and enlightened.